Yes, and greetings to all the comrades and people coming to Hamburg this summer. My name is Yuen. I've been active in the anti-globalization or alter-globalization movements for many years. And I've been involved in, especially, I guess, the period of Seattle. Edited a couple of books on the globalization movement of the period of the late 90s and early 2000s. It was an incredible moment, I think, historically, as far as a social movement that really achieved a lot, a global social movement that achieved a lot. Yes, in the 1999 to 2002 era, there was some criticism of summit protests, the idea being that local organizing is more important. But in fact, it's really not an either or. I mean, the summits we can now see clearly were very important in terms of delegitimizing neoliberalism. So I think the movement was successful at that time. As I said earlier, it went into crisis as a result of the increased repression. But here it is almost 20 years later. Why are summits important now? I think in part precisely because the analysis of the anti-globalization movement was accurate. We now have a further crisis of neoliberalism. And this now is being manifested in the morbid symptoms of the rise of these right-wing populist movements, of which Donald Trump is the most noxious example. But why are these movements popular? Because they're taking anti-globalization rhetoric but making it nationalistic rather than internationalist. So I think once again it's essential for the critique of neoliberalism to be a critique of capitalism and of nationalism. And that I think is what politically these movements can offer. I think that you'll see in any large summit people coming from different movements. The slogan of the EZLN was always, a movement of movements, right? Another world is possible, one no, many yeses. And I definitely think that's what's going to happen now. Of course, the borders issue, I think, has become even more essential now than ever before. Of course, the priority of the environment being sacrificed for the accumulation of profit is the other kind of key theme. So with those themes, I feel like the moment is right for really making a difference in a sign of unity of the different movements around the world, which are, well, I think that the G20 protests will be significant this year, but also I think globally, I think it's very important to send a message to the people of the world, that there's solidarity, right? In a time of increasing nationalism, the rise of right-wing populism, xenophobia, and of course the United States is the worst example, but clearly this is happening everywhere. And so simply to manifest ourselves and to recognize that one can be critical of the existing order, but not have recourse to nationalism. That is the slogan from the earlier movement went, one no, many yeses. That people can come together to reject not just neoliberalism, not just the accumulation of capital or at the expense of humanity and the environment, but also I think really clearly a rejection of borders and the nation state becoming more aggressive in its policing of bodies in this racialized manner. I think this is a crucial moment. And people are really waking up to understanding the global nature of the crisis. And obviously the wall of Fortress Europe, Fortress America, that is really being normalized, I think, in the form of these kinds of summits. So I know there are many issues, there will be many communities demonstrating, but I think the issues that will really come through to the world is against this kind of nationalism, and to begin to really question the logic of capital accumulation as a structuring way to organize the planet at a time of catastrophic climate change. So again, I speak for many people in the United States to say that this is an important event, and people will be paying attention, looking towards all the people there, and not just at the time of the summit, but really afterwards. I think it's important to sort of create a new kind of map of solidarity around the world, of understanding nodes of resistance and thinking forward and how to interconnect those in new kinds of ways. So stay strong and be brave.